Our platform that we call it renewal automation and digitization platform powers thousands of resellers. It makes sure that everyone is renewing on time without any churn.
Microsoft is such an opportunity for people, partners, and everybody around that it keeps you on your toes. It keeps you at the cusp of learning. And I think that's what got me going for so long, and it still keeps me going.
Thing that we recently did like a couple of quarters ago was AI voice agents. AI agents can make calls to those customers, resolve any queries, find out whether they want to do it, and if there is anything which can be done or solved or taken care of. That lead time of processing those leads, because it was manually done earlier, from 7 days, we have reduced it less than 24 hours.
So this will increase the predictability of your win rate, and it will make your forecast more accurate because you're now having a better pulse of your customer.
Yagna is like holy fire, right? As you know, this holy fire, we think we can enlighten the channel. So that's what is all about Yagna. Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Talk at Yagna. I'm Manish Agrawal, CTO and co-founder of Yagna. At Yagna, we are deeply focused on channel ecosystem. Our platform that we call it renewal automation and digitization platform powers thousands of resellers. It makes sure that everyone is renewing on time without any churn. I'm thrilled to have my guest here, Sanjeev Sharma, who is an industry veteran who has been working with Microsoft for almost a decade and has been closely involved with partner ecosystem. Welcome, Sanjeev.
Thank you, Manish. Thanks for having me here. And it's a pleasure and deep gratitude for all the planning and everything that has gone behind this.
So let's dive in. Let's talk about, we are going to have, by the way, an open, candid chat about the opportunities, challenges, transformation, everything happening in Microsoft channel. In your role as Director of Technology Sales Partner CTO, you are seeing a lot of transformation happening all around. So I would like to understand your journey in Microsoft and your experience with this, the whole channel ecosystem.
Thanks, Manish, first of all, for having me here. And since this is the new world, we have to announce that my opinions are personal, while a lot of experience has come from various companies and over the decades that I've worked in. But the discussion that I'm going to have is basis my personal experience, my learnings, my failures, and my successes. So to tell you about it, it's now around, I think, 28, 30 years that I've been in software industry.
Wow.
And it's been a journey. It's been quite a journey. In fact, I don't even realize if this is how it was planned, to be honest. It just so happened. And when I look back at both overall journey of 28 years working in software solution industry and the last decade plus, I'm completing 12 years in Microsoft now, 6 different roles, 8 or 9 managers, multiple leaders. I think I've been fortunate to be at a time when Satya took over as the CEO. So extremely fortunate about that. And I think there are 2 people I love. I want to really, I feel gratitude for them. One is Satya and second is Rajiv Gandhi. If he wouldn't have brought IT industry in India, I don't know what I would have done without that.
So one of the things that I have noticed always and appreciative about Microsoft is its innovation. So probably we started our career around the same time. That time we used to use that DOS operating system. From that point onwards till today, Microsoft is continuously changing everything, and now with all this AI era and Copilot, it's truly transformative, that experience.
Yeah. In fact, Visual Fox Pro, Visual Basic, .NET. I even now meet companies, startups, and then there are organizations I meet and they say, oh, we have been a complete Microsoft stack, Microsoft solutions company. Stacks has got a new meaning now, but complete Microsoft shop, and they've been using SQL as a database, bunch of those things. And the way company has been transforming and innovating itself in the whole environment of now with the AI taking a frontier approach for organizations. I think it's been deeply rewarding. In fact, one of the reasons why I continue to work and keep myself excited about my role and opportunity was also because Microsoft has such a vast technical platform that you don't need to find an opportunity to challenge your innovation thirst anywhere outside. Now look at it, one solution area on cloud and infra and apps, which we call as CIB now. That's a huge opportunity in a world by itself. On the other side, our AI business solutions, which has got our M365, which has got our Biz apps, bunch of those solutions. And then third, security, which is such a big pillar now for us. And I mean, we are bigger than a lot of other companies which were core at security. So there's so much opportunity. And in my current role, in fact, I got into this role last year. And when I was moving as a partner tech lead, and it was obviously another of my career's trajectory where I've done something out of the very different than what I did before. And I myself had doubts about it, by the way. And I went to my mentor, Venkat, who is now the public sector head for India. And I went to him, I said, do you think, Venkat, I'm doing the right thing? And he said, look, this is a tech world. And you're in the best tech company and you're moving into a tech role. So what else can you ask for? And that gave me a very new perspective about it. And I thought there is so much to learn. And if I have that opportunity to learn, fail, try, I mean, so it was amazing. So I think the tech innovation is what is keeping me going, I think so. Yeah.
Beautiful. And innovation is what also at the core of our DNA at Yagna IQ. And some of the things that we have been doing with some of the large OEMs, including Microsoft, on renewal space is using agentic AI and all renewal automation. So I can totally agree. I am very closely working with some of your teams, and I understand that.
So Manish, I want to ask you something.
Oh yeah, sure.
So you've been Yagna has been into this ecosystem for a long time. How was it when you began, and you've worked in the partner ecosystem for long? How was it when you began? How did you identify the gaps? How did you wanted to provide a solution for that? And currently today, how is AI shaping your solutions to your customers or partners?
So I will answer this question in two parts. So let me tell you a story that where we started. So me and my partner Ram, we had a company called IPCell. We sold that company to Cisco, and then we were working for Cisco. And incidentally, we sold some routers to Reliance in India. Now I can take name. I'm out of NDA for it's almost 25 years, and what happened, that sale was made through a channel partner. The funny part was once the equipment was delivered, what Cisco SE understood, what channel partner, and what end customer as Reliance, everybody has a totally different perspective of what was the requirement, what was sold, and what were product capabilities. So this whole gap we saw, and this that thing was a huge issue. Of course, Cisco being a great company, they sorted it out, but it took quite some time. But it left some great lessons for me and Ram. And that was a thing when we realized that there needs to have a product which can just address this gap between the vendor who are actually building the products and the end customer who's going to consume, because there is a lot of channel partner, distributor in the middle, that we need a product which can address that. And that's when the seed, the idea was born for Yagna. So the roots of Yagna is channel. And then fast forward, we build products around CPQ, CPQ as in configurator, pricing, and quotation, software. And around 2019, we realized that more and more companies were moving towards the recurring revenue and SaaS recurring revenue. And one of the things was, and you must have noticed too, that while a lot of the industries are embracing digitization, our channel ecosystem, it kind of lags behind. So our recent survey that we did shows that 80% of channel partner, they still use Excels to do their quotation. They still receive their quotes in PDFs, orders in PDFs, and those kind of things. And that's where we realize that all this manual work, operational inefficiency is killing the channel margins. And its channel is all about like margin, making sure profitability is there. And those are the precise things we are addressing with our product, that we bring operational efficiency, productivity, and making sure that profitability is maintained in the channel with all the automation and AI and those things. So that's where we saw the issue, we built the product. Second part of your question, AI, that's my favorite thing. One thing what we have learned and we have promised ourselves, while everybody is talking AI, we won't be surprised if my coffee is AI coffee. So that's how everybody's talking AI. But in Yagna, we promise ourselves that we don't want to talk about, or we don't want to just go and talk and put a lot of AI on slides. Rather, if we are doing anything with AI, it should solve a real problem. Other thing we realized was AI can never be a solution. AI is aiding to what you are building, and your solution is your product. And then you use AI to solve that problem in a more meaningful way. So we introduce like in different part of our product AI. One of the thing that we recently did like a couple of quarters ago was AI voice agents. So a lot of, if you see renewal, right, long tail renewal, we have done the same thing for Microsoft and in ANZ for some of the partners. We did pilot, now we are going to the next step. So if you see there, a lot of long tail renewals are like $500, $1,000. Think about it, right? Who is there to call the customer and find whether they are interested to renew those $500 or $1,000 deals while my margin is maybe $50 I'm going to make? That's where AI agent comes into the fore, where AI agents can make calls to those customers, resolve any queries, find out whether they want to do it, and if there is anything which can be done or solved or taken care of. So those are the real problems that we are solving in the channel with our AI agent. There are many other things that we are also doing, like you have purchase orders. The whole channel ecosystem is receiving purchase order in PDFs. Everybody is manually punching in, putting in ERP system, so much manual work, operational inefficiency. Our AI using intelligent document processing, simple things like you read these orders, connect it to ERP, and put it to our renewal workflow for whole life cycle. So that's what we do.
So you're saying that a lot of operational excellence is coming about, efficiency is coming about with your Yagna.ai launch. How are you helping Microsoft partners with this? What's the play there?
So Microsoft, there are two major things that we have worked with Microsoft. So first is what we call it co-sell or lead distribution. So wow. If you see here...
That's my favorite topic.
Oh, that's your favorite. Awesome. So if you see, Microsoft has these leads that they publish for their partners, their resellers. These leads, they sit in MPC portal, and then partners, they have to log in, they have to take those leads, and then if it is a distributor, they send it to resellers, then reseller works with the end customer. Think about it, right? I'm off, I'm busy, and I'm not taking those leads. By the time I pick those leads, probably that opportunity is already gone. Yeah. So what we did working with Microsoft partner, that lead time of processing those leads, because it was manually done earlier, from 7 days, we have reduced it less than 24 hours. Because now we read these leads automatically using AI, it is automatically routed to the right partner, and that partner is continuously sent reminders about working on those leads. Next step with AI, we are taking those leads, our AI agents are calling the end customer directly, trying to find out whether they are interested, whether they call, they have a requirement. Once it is established, then we are going and sending it to, say, Microsoft partner that they should work on that lead. So that's the first use case about co-selling.
So if I'm getting
leads.
it right, Manish, so the distributor sends the leads to the partners. Those leads are now going to be more efficient and there will be better outcomes out of this lead.
Correct. So timing is the key, right? Timing is everything, especially when we are talking about the lead.
Sure.
Somebody, if you delay it, somebody is going to eat your lunch. The whole thing is about that. So from 7 days, 24 hours, that's the difference.
That's the efficiency you brought in. Sure.
Exactly.
You're also talking about the second point on this.
Yes. And the second point was around renewal that we are doing. So today, if you see the whole renewal, earlier it was maintenance, and now with SaaS products, if you see renewal, whole thing is moving from being transactional to conversational. So what I mean transactional, earlier if the renewal is coming just before, like if a 12-month thing, 11 months, somebody will contact, do you want to renew? You say yes, no, and done. That's what is transactional. But now when I say conversational, your customers, they no longer want you to contact at 11th month. They want that continuous feedback loop. And whether they want it or not, or you want as a vendor to continuously find out that how your customer are doing, so that when that 11th month comes, they are renewing and expanding. So say, for example, moment a software is sold, now you're not going and talking to these customer 11th month. You start to talk immediately after it's sold. Hey, is this installed? Are you able to use it? Is it fine? After probably a couple of months, hey, you have installed this, all these features. Do you need any training? Anything is needed. Sure. Another 4 months, you monitor all the usage and adoption, and you go back and say, by the way, you have paid so much, you're using only 20%. I can send guy who can train, we can have virtual meetings, this, that. And then we talk about value realization 8 months down the road. By the way, because you have been great, you have been using all the Microsoft 365 product line, you have saved so much, you have done this thing, is there anything else I can do for you? And when comes 11 months, you say, time for renewal, and by the way, I got this new security product line, you can do it. So think about it, it's from transactional to conversational. But the challenge is, depending on how big is the deal, can I afford to call 5 times my customer? And that's where I was talking about our voice agent comes into the picture, because now my voice agent can reach out and discuss these things with the customer. Especially I'm talking about when dollar values are smaller. Like if it is a $5,000 deal, you really don't have people to call, but AI agent can call and escalate when something is really not going well. So when you have that keeping hand on the pulse, you know that whether customer is going to renew when the time comes or they are not going to renew. Because we know earlier in maintenance world, if customer was not renewing, still they were using your product. It's just they didn't have support. Yeah. But in our SaaS world, if customer doesn't renew, it is like it's a churn. Your competition is having the...
so this will increase the predictability of your win rate.
Exactly.
And it will make your forecast more accurate because you're now having a better pulse of your customer. And then obviously bringing in the financial efficiencies also, leveraging this. Wow. Very interesting. Great. So I think that was it. There's one other question I had for you. What are can you talk about some of the success stories where a nice, predictable, secure business was built leveraging your IPs?
Yeah, definitely. So if you see, I can talk about some of the distributors, some of the resellers. On renewal side, we have seen renewal rate going up by 30 to 40%. For the normal renewal, and long tail renewal means renewal which are like low dollar, high volume renewals. We have seen renewal rate going by more than 50%. So that's the kind of and simply all the automation, digitization, AI. That's what changes the whole game. If you talk about that co-sell lead management thing I was talking about, we have seen up to 10% lead conversion rate, which used to be like 2%. Just because we brought in efficiency, we brought in visibility. Earlier, leads were sent. After that, nobody has time to follow up. Now, system is following up. Agent is
So
calling.
you're
What
saying our
happened?
co-sell efficiency is also rising with the usage of Yagna.
Correct.
Wow, this is interesting. And how spread are you around the world now?
So we have different product lines. So our products are used in 134 countries in some form or other. So we have 4 different products. So that's what it is. Our major customer base is in US, Asia, ANZ, and we are small today in Europe, but that's where we are now getting into.
Super. One question that came to my mind always, why Yagna? What's the origin of the name? I mean, I know what Yagna is, but
Okay, so Yagna is like holy fire, right? As you know, and we truly believe that we are. I told you our beginning, that story, that how we began. So this holy fire, we think we can enlighten the channel. So that's what is all about Yagna. So you work with a lot of partners of all the sizes. I'm sure you meet these partners almost every day. What are the recurring challenges that you hear while you work with them?
uh, last 7 8 years I've been in the partner ecosystem. One thing that's been consistent, obviously every business looks at growth and opportunity, and I think off late with the advent of AI, every organization, especially partner organizations, are wanting to stay relevant to their customers, because a lot of transformation is happening, a lot of changes are coming about, and every partner organization is thinking that their solutions need to stay relevant to the customer. And that's the common thematic I kind of find in my discussions across. And I often end up talking to them. We do a lot of business discovery workshops. We do a lot of brainstorming discussions. Some solutions we know are going to go through a different path and trajectory with respect to the way AI is shaping up. At Microsoft, we have done a lot of research, and we have started identifying organizations as to how do they take the path to become a frontier organization, where they are empowering their customers, they are empowering their employees, they are innovating constantly, and they are also staying at the cusp of innovation on technology. So, and AI is at the core of everything,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
Copilot is redefining the world, as we see. In fact, not just the world, but my home also. We recently did our house, and there was one wall which both of us were not very comfortable about. And what I find was, obviously being Microsoft employee, Copilot is on every device. I find my wife taking a picture and asking Copilot, what could be a better design? And interestingly, something funny happened. Not funny, but it was very nice for her. So Copilot said, "Oh, your house design is 80% elegant," and that made my wife so happy. I found that I mean, the reason I'm giving this example is because I never thought that AI will end up touching our lives in such a way where my wife is appreciated by AI for her design sense, right? This is the possibility with technology.
Good, you talked about Copilot. So I remember watching a video where some remote town in New Zealand, I saw a gentleman walks in to one family-owned store, and within couple of hours, they build a storefront for that lady. And that's where, when such things happen, that's when you say technology is really touching life.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's technology at work, technology at everywhere. But when you start to see that, where people's business changing, their lifestyle changing, and now, so this lady was so excited. She was talking about she used to sell some paintings. That now my paintings can go to the world. That's
This
the
has happened, Manish. So we, both me and my wife, have little artistic thing with us, and we were very clear that with our house we will want to have some really good painting. And this happened. We commissioned an artist in Pune, and we work with youngsters a lot. We got the painting home, but when it came, it didn't kind of gave us a feeling of belongingness with the painting. We started searching again. Guess where we found the right artist who had a similar work? In Hong Kong.
Wow.
We got it. It wasn't expensive. We got it. Of course, we had to pay duties and everything. But the painting which is there is come from an artist who's probably Chinese origin, based in Hong Kong. And we got it, and now it is part of our house, part of our life. So I think the global, and which is why when you said, you spoke about co-selling with Microsoft, I'm a very, very big believer of global marketplaces. I think that's creating an opportunity for everybody around the world.
Sanjeev, Microsoft has recently launched the new partner program. A lot of changes. That's what I have been talking to partner. And what is the feedback you're receiving, and how is it going?
Every change requires some bit of efforts. So yes, we got a lot of positive feedback about how a lot of initiatives which were driven out of partner program have become are more open, are available to all the partners, and there is a democratization of learning that has happened, which is, from my view, it's a very, very big plus. Learning is accessible to anybody who wants to start today. In fact, one thing that I love about our CEO, which I saw the transformation happening over the last decade or so. In fact, you would appreciate this. At some point of time, how many people imagined that SQL Server will run on Linux?
Yeah.
Right? I think that's where the technology started coming together. Red Hat and Microsoft became collaborators. At the same time, we compete. Similarly, it happens with other IPs. Oracle database running on Azure. It was such a thing. On one hand, when I joined Microsoft, I was a data specialist. So I'm competing with Oracle in the market. And then at the same time, Oracle was available as a database on Azure and with a good support. So I think over the years, what has happened, the way the world has come together, is we have become more collaborative than competitive. We do compete, but I think that all of this has given a good amount of opportunity to customer to choose from. I firmly believe, and I talk about this to youngsters when I meet them, I tell them that there is a tremendous opportunity for becoming a Microsoft profit center in any software company, because it drives, and you spoke about co-selling opportunity. I'm a big believer of marketplace-led global momentum, global growth, listing of IPs on marketplace. All of this has got so streamlined. So I think if you ask me, though I sit inside, but I think if as a partner, if I look at it, it's tremendous amount of consolidation that has happened, simplification that has happened, openness that has come into. I think we have removed all the barriers of different kind, and we are now a very, very open organization to our partners.
Absolutely. And one of the things that we noticed about your channel partner program. So if you see point of sales, and I'm not talking about just Microsoft, I'm just talking about industry, the point of sale is actually shifting. The POS is shifting. We don't have a channel partner. We buy direct from Microsoft. But when it comes to, say, some kind of support, that's when the partner comes in, because of course any OEM, Microsoft, they cannot directly support that. So one of the trend that we noticed is the point of sale is shifting towards the OEM, but there is larger opportunity getting created for the channel ecosystem. And that's where we see Yagna staying relevant, because as these their remuneration partners is based on these milestones, they need tools, automation, agentic AI, which is doing on behalf of them, because they cannot simply, as I was saying, for a $1,000 deal, they cannot reach out 3-4 times. And that's where a lot of things we see. Yeah. So it's great to hear that partner ecosystem will continue to thrive, new opportunity, and of course it works great for my company as well.
Of course.
Sanjeev, thank you very much for joining this chat today, and I personally learned a lot of things with your experience that you have been working with all the channel partners. In conclusion, if I ask you that one or two message that you would like to give to channel partner, if you can tell us, would be great.
I think in conclusion, if I think about one or two messages that partners can take, one is obviously good amount of operational excellence and automation, and leveraging AI for doing that is going to make businesses more profitable, predictable, and better. And it will also help in their customer success and customer satisfaction. So that's one. And second is, I think I'm, as I've repeatedly said, like a broken record, I'm a very optimist person when it comes to technology. I think we shouldn't shy away. Instead, one of the momentums that we have seen with very large organizations, they call it wall-to-wall coverage of Copilot. And when sometimes the approach organizations take is little conscious that, oh, let's leverage AI in little shape and form, and I think you should go all out. And when you go all out, you see the good results of it coming about. Of course, some things may take some little longer for the outcomes to come, but when everybody gets into the shape and on the trajectory to leverage technology, I think the outcomes are phenomenal. So I remain a eternal optimist when it comes to technology. But thank you so much, Manish and team, for having me here. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Both of us are working towards the same objective of making the channel ecosystem better. We will keep on doing this tech talks with best of the best industry expert as and when possible. Thank you very much for joining us.